The Abandoned Houses is a scary legend about a neighborhood where a terrible occult murder is rumored to have happened. There is a group of abandoned houses in New Jersey that locals now refer to it as Demon's Alley. According to legend, a horrible murder took place there. Back in 1980s, a number of families lived in the neighborhood. One day, a strange man moved into the largest house. Soon afterwards, according to legend, the man became the victim of a number of malevolent pranks. The families in the neighborhood denied responsibility and told the man that it must be a mischievous teenagers who were coming to the area and perpetrating the pranks. But the strange and disturbing pranks continued to plague the small community. Some of the families found that their pets had disappeared. Some people would wake up to find dolls with their heads cut off laying on the road outside their houses. Others had their telephone and power lines tampered with. The man asked his neighbors for their support and suggested that they all have a community meeting in his house. His neighbors agreed, and on the designated night, everyone gathered in the man's house to discuss the unexplained events. But little did they realize that the man was the leader of an evil satanic cult. He had been committing the pranks himself in order to gain the trust of his neighbors. Legend says that the man managed to lure all the unsuspecting families down to his basement for their neighborhood meeting. Once all of the adults and kids were gathered downstairs, the man gave a signal, and the cult members emerged from their hiding places upstairs. The cult members stampeded into the basement and proceeded to massacre every member of the town. There were no windows or exits in the basement, so the people had no chance to flee. They were all murdered in horrible ways, and their bodies were left in the basement while the cult members made their getaway. Today, the houses are abandoned, and the windows and doors are boarded up. The murdered family's possessions and belongings are supposedly left just as if they had been on the night of the murders. Their furniture still sits there, gathering dust. Their TVs are still switched on. Their clothes are still hanging in wardrobes, and their kitchen tables are still set for dinner. Supposedly, the satanic cult members were never caught, and today, local people call the area Demon's Alley. But they refuse to talk about the incident, trying to pretend it never happened.